Good evening and good afternoon, traders. My name is Will. In this short video, I'll be going over our top calls this week made by myself and Tommy in our paid Discord room. Let's get into it, basically. We called EDU, which is on screen right now, at 18.54. Put on the chart real quick. 18.54 right there. We day traded the stock and we called it literally upon open, as you can see here. The reason we called this stock was because on the daily chart we saw that it was breaking price pivot points, and do you know what that means? It means the stock is going into an uptrend, of which it did. So we played the stock accordingly to the uptrend, and we was targeting the other pivot points for the stock. So for example, we targeted 2230. We also targeted this pivot over here at 1990 and also 1940. So let's break it down on the 5 minute why we exactly entered. I believe I entered on the I did enter on the 1 minute chart, so let's go over that real quick. If I delete that real quick and go on extended hours, the stock was initially gapping up. Okay, it was initially gapping up. As you can see here, it gaps up from $17 all the way till 18.32. Right, I called this stock in the first 4 minutes of the opening trade. I alerted it at exactly 14:33, so it was 9:33 a.m. in New York. So it was roughly on this doji candle. Sorry, this hammer candle here on a trading view chart. So I alerted it in this candle, right? And I initially alerted it because we saw a huge, well, not huge, but we saw nice big bullish volume coming out from the open, right? It also destroyed the pre-market high, and I placed a stop loss at exactly 18.05 because I knew that if that was going to break, and that was the pre-market low at the time, then we would end up doing something a little bit like this, right? But we didn't, because we bursted up and we held the pullback. So we all entered on this pullback trade, and then we rode up for profit. And the profit, or the trade, sorry, EDU, ran all the way to 23.55. Right, so that is a huge win. Huge win. A 27.4% win. Massive. Next up is FDX. We also called this trade at, let's see the time, we called it at 14.53 on the 14th of June this week. The reason we called it was because we saw a massive bullish candle gapping up on this day, right? So for example, if you didn't see these candles here, just try and not vision these, just imagine the pre-market line coming across saying that the stock's gapped up. Right, so just looking at this side of the screen over here, I know these lines are awful, but just look at that. Okay, now I'll tell you what I see. I see a very bearish downtrend, and then a stock gapping all the way back up, trapping all these shorts down here, and also anyone in this area here. So anyone down here basically, or anyone shorting in this area. These drawings again, absolutely messy. But I'm just trying to clarify how big of a deal this really was. It was huge. The amount of people who could have shorted and was in down here have just basically been annihilated and were under the water. So they literally had to cover their shares, and the bulls did swoop in. So as I said, we alerted at 14.53. So let's find that exact point. 14.53. Right? 14.53. 14.53 is right here. Okay? We alerted here on the pullback. I know I did. I initially alerted to get in at, let's say, 225, which was then again tested here. Right? And the trade ran all the way to 229.28. So this led to a huge 6.20% gain on our shares. Insane call, and the chart, in my opinion, still looks great. So So we do not want to see we do not want to see the break of this this open, because that would probably lead to something like this, right? But if it retests it and then goes back up, then you know that is possible. So it's still worth watching FDX. But I'm just trying to show our calls here and these fantastic wins what we produced this week. So next up was Tesla. This was a scalping trade. We alerted it on the 14th again, and the time was 14:54, so 24 minutes after the open. So if we find that point once again, let's have a look. 14:54. So that was here, right? 14:54. Alright. I actually alerted this one. It wasn't Tommy. Tommy's our other alerter, but I alerted this trade, and the reason I alerted it was because we were making higher lows. I know that it was still quite a bearish setup, as you can see here. It's very tight, maybe a possible double bottom, but the fact that we was breaking these pivots, these pivot high and lows, so we got a higher low, and then we broke out, made a new higher high here. So then I added on the pullback, right? And then the trade, this beautiful trade, ran all the way to 678. This led to a magnificent 4.5% gain, which was a very, very nice win for Tesla. Very, very nice win. The next great call was BA for Boeing this week, and we've still got one more day to go, so we are looking to achieve better results on Friday tomorrow. But I'm just going to go over BA real quick. So we alerted BA because it was gapping up as well. If we go to the daily chart on BA, it was very, very oversold anyways, and we saw this massive and quite dramatic bullish candle come in right here and close inside. It wasn't quite an inside day candle, because this wick at the bottom here would need to be actually enclosed in the bearish wick. But yeah, we sold this candle, and then we saw it gapping up, so we alerted, right? And we alerted specifically at 240 on this trade. So if I delete all my drawings real quick, it was on the 15th, and we alerted at 240, which was just here. And the reason I alerted was simply because I saw it gapping up, and I saw it testing this resistance here from the prior day. So if I go on the 30-minute quickly, and if I show you this resistance and how the stock was battling it. So here's a resistance right here, slash demand. It was this area just here, right? So as you can see, it has been resistance for quite some time in the past as well, and obviously support. So there are quite a few support and resistance areas on this stock at this specific 128 level. So yeah, we alerted BA, and we rode a trend all the way up, and it did end up hitting today 135. Our last profit target on the stock was 135, because we alerted 3 profit targets, one for 130, one for 133, and then one for 135, and they were all hit, and that led to a successful 5.20% gain. Now, they are our best alerts so far this week. Here at CNE, we literally win or produce great trades every single week. Our losses are always small. Okay, that's the main thing on trading. That's the main thing we try to tell our people. Make sure your losses are half your wins, right? So if you're risking 1 hour per trade, your wins need to be 2 hour per trade. Like if you are, so let's try and find a white bit. Let's do a little lesson real quick. So if you are risking 1 hour per trade, right? You need to always go for 2 hours, because more than likely you are not going to have a 50% win rate on your trading. I mean, now it is you can do it, right? You can have a 50% win rate, but it's more so going to be like 40-60% win, right? And just by having this 1 hour/2 hour goal, you're going to be putting yourself in profit as long as you win 4 times out of 10 trades. And that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do to stay profitable. That's why our losses are always below 3%, and our wins are generally always greater than 3%. Like for example, EDU ran to 28%. I'm not saying that we held all our shares to 28. Like I was only holding 10% of my shares
until that level, because I scaled out at the third profit target on that trade, which was, I believe, it was 22.30. So that was the last profit target. Same with BA. Like, I didn't, full port or like hold all my shares until 135. I was scaling out as the profit targets were hit, so I scaled out at 130, 133, and then again at 135, and I've now got no shares in that stock because all the profit targets were hit. But yeah, that is our greatest trades for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I hope you have a great evening. Let's draw a little sun just to show some love. Alright, so here's a little sun for you guys. Make sure to check us out on TikTok. Our TikTok name is CNE Stocks. We produce daily content for motivation, and we also do free daily watch lists on our TikTok as well, so make sure to check us out. Anyway guys, take care, have a great evening. I'll catch you guys very, very soon.